Hi, and welcome to Alaskan in the Philippines. Today I thought I'd talk a little bit about Thai dating sites and how to deal with those. I don't have a lot of experience with it, but I've been on Thai Friendly. There is also Thai Cupid, and that does Philippines and everywhere. But the Thai Friendly is where I've chatted with a few girls. I signed up, got a profile on there. And if you sign up there, you'll get bombarded with a bunch of messages for sure. You'll get a bunch of Thai women trying to meet you. There's even actually Filipinas on there. A lot of foreign overseas worker Filipinas will be on there. Not a lot, but you'll see them sometimes. They'll try to chat you too. But anyway, yeah, if you start a profile on there, I wouldn't advise doing it unless you're actually coming to Thailand or going to be coming within a week or two. And already have your plane ticket, because a lot of the girls, they'll ask you flat out, when are you coming? Do you have your plane ticket already? Because they get played a lot by Western men that are just sitting, want to play games and get pictures and all that from them. So they're wised up to that, a lot of them. But you'll still get a bunch. They'll have profiles, and some of them will be freelancers. You know, they're just on there working girls, and the whole site's full of them. Some of them will say it right in their profile, freelancer, or there ain't much profile that says anything. And even no matter what they say, you could still be freelancers too. You never know until you actually meet them or talk to them more. If you put up a profile, or if you message one, you know, like you see a pretty girl and she's down to earth and you message her, sometimes they'll ask, what are you looking for? And if I say, well, I'm looking for a relationship or my soulmate, you get a frowny face, you know, and then they never talk to you again because they're looking for freelance work. You know, a lot of them are, the real pretty ones especially. So, but not all, of course. There's a lot of them. There's middle, and they're all ages too. They'll get up to 60 and 60-year-old women on there, Thai women, and I'm sure they're looking for a real relationship. And another thing, these Thai women hold their age really, really well. The 50-year-old Thai ladies are beautiful. Even into their 60s, they're still good looking. So you never know what you're going to get. You can get real lucky. I've gotten lucky a bit on here before. I've met a couple of girls before. One in Bangkok. She was really, really pretty. And I spent a week with her in Bangkok, just kind of as a tour guide. And that's what the situation was when I signed up. I wasn't hiring a freelance or anything. I just wanted someone to show me around. And that worked out pretty well for both of us. You know, I gave her a little money, made it worth her time, and she showed me around and saved me a hassle and a headache and was able to translate and everything. So that really does make a big difference when you're in a strange country and you don't speak the language. If you got a girl that can go along and help you negotiate prices and help you go through immigration and all the other paperwork and bring you to places where you don't know where to go, they are really, really a big help. But so anyway, you're going to get on there and you get so many messages, you got to go through them all, you know, and weed them all out and see who's who. Like I say, they'll ask you what you're looking for, and some will come right out and ask you, do you want sex? They'll say that too. Do you want sex? And I was like, well, no, I'd like to get a relationship. And then they don't want to talk to you. That's what their game is. But that's just the business end of it. I'm sure there are good girls on there, and you're able to find them if you take your time and weed them out. Like I say, don't be, you know, if you're asking for pictures and stuff all the time and trying to get them to talk nasty and stuff, the good ones are not going to deal with you. They're going to bypass you. To give you an example, I don't know what's going to turn of this, but I had one girl, she asked me, she had her profile looked like she spoke good English. And that's another thing, a lot of them are using translator. But this one seemed like she could speak good English. Beautiful. I mean, she's a Thai princess. I thought, what the hell? I gambled my luck, and I sent her a small message, just, hi, how you doing? And she shot back, what are you looking for? And I thought, this is another one of them girls that are looking for pay for play. And she was so beautiful, it didn't surprise me one bit. And I said, I'm looking for my soulmate. And then I never heard back from her for, must have been 3 or 4 days. And I figured that she was just play for play, you know. And then one day I got a message back from her, just a small message like, what are you doing? And I forget what it was, but I chit-chatted her, and then it was another day or two before I got another message from her, and we chatted some more a little bit, just a message or two, and then she'd disappear again. She said she worked and she lived up in Chiang Mai. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And she travels around. And I thought, oh, okay, well, you never know what that could lead to. But anyway, I kept chatting her, and I got to know her more personally on a personal level now. And I've realized that she is for real. She's a 32-year-old. She looks like she's 19 or 20. She's just immaculate, breathtakingly beautiful, unbelievably. And all her friends are married, and she's not married, and she's feeling left out and lost. And so I don't know if that's motivated her to chat me after a while or not, but I've been chatting, we've been hitting it off, and she's kind of invited me up to Chiang Mai to visit. And I'm like, wow, I really struck gold here, because she's really down to earth, got good grasp of the English language, educated. She's been to Paris, she's traveled around, must speak good English. She asked if I wanted to come up and hang out with her and her friends and go hiking and stuff, because we're kind of into the same nature and hiking and diving and swimming and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Of course, I don't know what I'm going to end up with, but it sounds pretty good. And I invited her down here before, and the more I chat her, the more for real she becomes. You know, I've gotten some personal information out of her conversation with her, and you know, she opened up about some sad times about her father passing away and stuff, and her mother living alone. And so I'm thinking this could be a good thing, and you just never know what you're going to end up with on a dating site. That's my point here, is you never know what you're going to end up with. You could strike it out. You could meet the match of your life, you know. And these Thai women, you know, they're taller. I've been to the Philippines, and I've been on the Philippine dating sites, and those women are there, and they're desperate. And a lot of them you got to be careful for, because they're scamming too. You know, they know that men in the West will send money. All they got to do is send them a few new nice pictures, and the men fall head over heels and start opening up their wallets. And they know this, so they're playing the Western men pretty well. I'm sure the Thai women know how to do it too. They're experts at it. But I noticed in the Philippines, same thing. The Filipino women, though, they're very beautiful, and they probably have a better chance of actually landing one that's really serious. And they all want marriage and relationships, and you know, they want kids and babies and stuff. So if you're an older guy and you're trying to date one of these 21-year-olds, and they're gonna want to have kids, and they're probably gonna call you out on it at some point, or dump you at some point when it's inconvenient to you, you know, after they had used up a lot of your money or whatever. But yeah, and a lot of the Filipinas are short. You know, they're 5 foot, I would say average. If you find a tall Filipina that's in a 5'5" range or something, she's probably better check if she's got an Adam's apple or not, because a lot of them are ladyboys. A lot of them are 4 foot. They're just cute and beautiful girls, but they're just miniatures, you know, and it's almost like a child. If you're hugging one, it's like a child to be hugging, you know. But the Thai women come in all sizes. They're tall, and they're really tall. Some of them are really impressively tall. And of course, them you got to check for an Adam's apple too. But the Thai women in general are taller, and they just stunningly beautiful, some of them. So are the Filipinas too. But I'm saying the Thais really, really knock it out of the park sometimes. The average Thai girl is really pretty, you know. You don't see a lot of overweight Thai women. Their diet, you know, they eat pretty good. They eat a lot of vegetables. They do eat the rice, but they don't eat as much greasy food as like the Filipinas do. The Filipina food is all pork belly, and fried in grease and stuff. And the rice is the problem. They're stuffing themselves full of rice, sticky rice and stuff, and that's part of the fruit that'll gain weight quick. The poor people eat fruit, you know, a lot of them, so they gain weight from it. But anyway, you know, and that's what I'm just saying. The difference in Thai women and Filipino women can be a lot. But then again, there's the language barrier again too. So you're going to communicate with your Filipino a little bit in English. You're not going to get into real deep dive conversations with her, because their English level is just not up to yours, no doubt. And the Thai women are less than that. You got to get by with pantomime sometimes, you know, but it's a challenge, and if you're willing to put up with it or learn the language, it can be a good thing. But anyway, like I say, you get on the Thai dating sites. If you're coming maybe a week before, if you want, you can try to weed through some. You're going to get a lot of messages. Every time you log in, they're going to see you're online and you're going to get bombarded with messages, you know. Unless, I don't know, I did anyway. I'm not a terribly handsome guy, but I got a lot of messages every time. If I log off for a day or two, you don't get any messages anymore. But the minute they see you online, they're going to hit you up with messages. So far, the Thai women, I've never had any of them ask me for money or anything like that. The Filipinas will. They need a load, you know, they're sick buffalo, their grandma, they got an appointment for their baby needs diapers or something. It's always something. The Thai women, they're a little more proud than that. They're going to work the money out of you somehow, but they don't come right out and ask for it. And that's another thing here in Thailand. I've never seen a beggar yet. Not one beggar. In the Philippines, you walk down the main roads, you'll get beggar children, beggar adults, beggar old people, you know. And I don't understand why it ain't here, because it's kind of, well, the Thai economy is doing real good, but still the labor don't make much. A person working a construction labor only makes about 10, 12 bucks a day here, and probably $9 a day in the Philippines. So there ain't really much of a difference in wages. So you'd think the poverty level would be the same, but I guess there's a lot more middle class, richer Thais. That must be the thing. In fact, I went out to eat with that girl here in Hue Hin, and I asked her what she did for a living. I met her on Thai Friendly too, by the way. I asked her what she did for a living, and she said she works construction. And I thought, yeah, right, you work construction. And I looked at her, and then I looked, she was pretty dark, you know. Most of the Thais, they'll hide from the sun. They cover up. You'll see them wearing bags with just holes cut, driving on a cloudy day. They do not want the sun on them at all. And she was really dark, I mean, almost black, her lower calves and stuff from being in the sun. And I noticed her sandals had mud on them like they were from a job site. So I thought, well, maybe she does work construction. And then the next day I was chatting her again, and I was like, so did you make it to work okay? Yeah, she's at work. I said, so what are you doing at work? And she says, oh, we're tying metal. And I was like, really? Can you send me a picture? And she sent me a picture. She was there tying rebar for a construction job, tying the rebar with the wire, you know, to hold it up. I've done that job myself. And I was like, wow, yeah, she really was working. And then I noticed around here, walking around, I'm walking down Soy 94, and they got it all dug up. They're doing a water sewer project along the road, and they're installing new sewer pipe, and they've got the whole side of the road dug up. There's a bunch of construction workers working there. And believe it or not, there's a bunch of Thai women working construction with them too. So they're really, and then other jobs I've seen where they're out pouring concrete and stuff, and then there's another job they're jackhammering concrete, and sure enough, the women are mixed right in with the men working the construction jobs. So maybe it's just an observation I thought I'd share with you all, that here in Thailand, the women can be working right alongside the men. But you never see that in the Philippines, never. You never see the Filipino working at construction. I've never. But here in Thailand, so far, it's been pretty common to see. I've seen it a bunch of times now. Almost every job site I go on, there's women on it. It's pretty nice ones too, amazingly. But anyway, I thought I'd share a little of my Thai dating site experiences on you. And if you want to try your luck, Thai Friendly, be careful how you deal with them. It could be life-changing for both you and her. Be careful. Well, if you learned anything, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.